So in this video, I'm here to talk to you about something really important. If you are between the ages of 15 to 18, you have to do this. Before that, before I tell you what I'm talking about, I want you to realize one thing that you have to figure out your life before 30. You have to set up something that helps you for the rest of your life, that helps you to live the rest of your life the way you want it to be. Because at 30, what is going to happen is that you're inevitably going to have midlife crisis, and you won't be able to gather up the same amount of motivation you have right now. And so for that reason, it is absolutely and utterly important for you to start right now. You have to start right now what you are going to set up, the empire that you're going to set up, the business that you're going to set up, the job that you're going to land on. You have to start for it right now. And the thing that you have to do right now is to get a job. Now, what I mean by that is that you have to just get a job. That does not matter what kind of job is it, how much they pay you, you like it or you're not. That does not matter. You have to go out. You have to look at the market. You have to look at how people work, how things work, how you're paid, how they treat you. Because if let me tell you one thing. Almost all of us are just sitting down in our schools and in our homes behind our computer screen and our mobile screens and thinking that we had this great idea and we're just gonna execute it at this point and for age and it's just gonna blow up and we don't have to do anything. You don't even know what the people are doing. You don't even know what the market requires, and you're just thinking that you're just sitting in your chair and thinking about an idea that is never gonna blow up. How could that be? You don't have even you have no experience. You don't know how the world works. You don't know how people work. You don't know how money works. You don't know anything, and you're thinking of a stupid idea maybe, and you're thinking that it's inevitably going to blow up and you're going to become successful. What if that does not happen? What if that does not work out? Your ideas are totally irrational, and so for that reason, your top priority right now, if you're between the ages of 15 to 18, is to go out and search for a job, no matter what it is. And it is a lot better. It is better for you if you don't like it, because then you're inevitably gonna change a bunch of jobs and you're gonna inevitably land up on something that you like. And so for that reason, you're gonna have a lot more experience of how the world works, what the world is in need of, and what the world would need in a couple of years when you are supposed to start your own setup or start your own job or start whatever you want, and the skill that you are supposed to have at that particular time. And so for that reason, you should go out and search a job. You should do that aggressively. You should go out and learn the skills that are required for a job, because you don't know anything. You have just been sitting there scrolling books and scrolling your mobile phone and listening to your teachers who just get paid by wasting their time and giving lectures. That's not how the world works. You have to go out. You don't have to listen to anybody. You have to believe in your own self. Let me tell you, if you just sit there and listen to the people who are telling you to do that and do this, you don't even know what you like, because you don't even know what you hate. And you cannot judge what you like or what you hate by just sitting in a chair or by scrolling your phone or by just listening to a bunch of idiots in your school. You cannot know that. You cannot realize that. You have to go out, go yourself and judge that, because what someone else is telling you is bad could be good for you, or what someone else is telling you is good could be something you totally hate. And so for that reason, you should go out and search for yourself. So let me tell you a bit of my experience, what I did, and you could have an outline of what I'm trying to tell you. So as I've told you, I'm Pakistani. So the job that I did was I became a telemarketer, and the only skill that requires is to be able to speak good English, and that is what I do. And so I just went there. One of my friends told me about that job. I just went there. They interviewed me, and it was a two-process interview. And they interviewed me, and they hired me, and it was wonderful. I worked there for about 3 months, and I gained a lot of wisdom. A lot of my mental barriers literally faded away, and a lot of stuff that I used to think about it and a thing that I thought that worked in that way, it that totally changed, because I I looked at the world from a rational perspective. That is what happened when that is something that does not happen from books or from theory or from just simply absorbing stuff passively. That happens by doing. I went there, I did that job. Let me tell you what it was basically. You just try to, for those of you who are Americans and you got those cold calls, Basically, those are from the subcontinent, from country like Bangladesh, India, and Pakistan. We are doing those cold calls. So, but I don't think there is anything bad in it. I don't think we're just simply trying to, or if you're just simply trying to call someone and trying to sell you their stuff, and if they refuse, and you simply try to sell that, or try to sell that service or product to someone else. I don't think there is anything bad. So I gained a lot of experience how people treat you, how you are supposed to be treated, how you are supposed to respect yourself in that work environment, how you are supposed to have a relationship with your colleagues, how you understand the power circles that are running in that company. For me, it was a company that was pretty famous, and it had a lot of revenue as well. It was generating a lot of yearly revenue, so it was a good experience for me because it was my first job, and I landed such a great job that made me so much experience, and that had given me so many different perspective. And one of the perspective that it has given me that I value the most is that there could be a lot more than I had previously thought. So before I joined that job, I used to think that I know a lot. But when I went there, I realized that I don't. And then now I'm thinking there could be a lot more that I don't know. So it should be one of your top priorities to just go out and really, literally hunt a job. And it is better for you if you don't land on the perfect one. If you don't land on the job that you don't like, it is better for you, because then inevitably you're going to go and switch a lot of jobs and just literally land on the one that you like. And so you're inevitably, and you should keep changing your jobs after about 6 months if you're a person who's willing to do it continuously. But this is one thing that you should be doing right now in order to enhance your experience, and in order to change your roles and rotten and bad perspective that are literally forcing you to waste your time and destroy your own self. Because you have to be settled up by 30. And if you don't start up right now, you only have 15 to 12 years, and that's a very short period of time. If you're going to sleep about one third of that, that's a very short period of time. And so one of the things that you are supposed to remember when you are going for a job is that you are supposed to value learning or anything else. You don't have to worry about the money, because you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to worry about the money at this age. If you get money, if you get a lot of it, you just should see it as a byproduct. For in my case, although I earned a lot of money, because that kind of job gets you a lot of value, and I was also very good at speaking, because that's what I like to do. I was very good at talking to people, and I did that for a very long period of time. For it was about 3.5 months, and I did very good at that job. And my managers and my supervisors and those people who were at higher position were really satisfied by my performance, and I was considered as a good performer in that company, even though I was perhaps the youngest in that company. And so one of the things that you're also going to learn, if you don't like that job, if most of you now think that they are just gonna do a business and they're not gonna do a job because they don't like to be controlled by someone else. Fine. But if you don't do a job, you're not gonna realize the bitterness of it until you do it. And then if you do a job, you get bitter by it, you get full of hatred, then you're so motivated to start a business that you won't ever quit. But if you just start a business right now, there are a lot of chances you're going to quit, because in a job, you're supposed to work 8 hours in a focused manner. But in a business, you have to lose concept of your time. You have to work day and night. And if you're not even willing to work 8 hours, how could you expect yourself to work for more than that? And so it should be your top priority. Don't worry about the money. Look at it as a byproduct. You get a job. Change it after a period of 6 months. Don't stay there. Otherwise, you will literally get stagnant. Go out there and best of luck. Get a job. Get experience. Start your empire and get successful and live the best possible life you could do. Right?